Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on the video. A few days ago, I did a, mid-season prediction for both the NBA and the NHL. And then I thought, let's do a mid-season tier list for the NHL. Like I did one at the beginning of the season, but I never did one for the NBA. And I thought, we had All-Star break a little bit ago. We're getting into the final push for the playoffs. And so it's like, let's just do a tier list. So let's jump into the video. All right, so there's 5 tiers, and the top tier is the tier that I think could win an NBA championship and at least get to the NBA Finals and win. Solid playoffs is teams that I think can represent in the NBA Finals, not necessarily win. Early exits, teams that leave in the second round or first round when they have aspirations to go farther. Not bad, not good. They're teams that are not bad, not good. And then G League, teams that absolutely stink, that are trying to tank right now and suck. Washington Wizards, they suck. They really do. They're one of the worst teams. Same with the San Antonio Spurs, the Detroit Pistons, the Trail Blazers, the Hornets. All these teams tanked to get their picks like Wemby, Scooter, and it's like, look at how far they've gotten. You know what I mean? And like, the Wizards traded for Jordan Poole, and that's gone absolutely nowhere. The memes about the Pistons tanking for Caitlin Clark, I think it's absolutely hilarious because, they struggle. Now, the Grizzlies, there's reasons and context as to why they struggle. Ja Morant was suspended for like the first quarter, and then when he did come back after his suspension of games, he hurt his wrist and had to get surgery, and so it's not their fault. Toronto Raptors, they stink. Utah Jazz, they stink. Then the Rockets and the Nets. The Magic, they were there. They were the 4th seed for like a hot second. To me, I need to see more. I'm not going to lie. I had the Orlando Magic being an original 8th or 7th seed. I can't remember my preseason predictions because I looked at their roster and I was like, hey, they got some dudes, with Paolo Banchero, the Wagner brothers. And so I was like, hey, they could go on a little bit of a run if, they play their cards right. All right, the Sacramento Kings, again, need to see more. The way they took care of the Lakers the other day with Sabonis, hey, don't sleep on this team. I am sleeping on this team a little bit, but I think they could get to the second round if they don't run into a tough opponent in the first round. The Pelicans, the Hawks, I think the Hawks are going to blow it up after this season. I think Trae Young's gone. The 76ers, without Joel Embiid, they're not good. They're not bad. Pacers, Bulls, and then the Lakers. Oh boy, here we go. Gonna catch a lot of flack for this, but the Lakers they're either the best team or they're the worst team. There is no in between. And the games that I have watched this season, they've gotten blown out and they've looked absolutely awful. And but here's the thing though. There's no need to sweat it. They're going to get to the play-in tournament. They're going to be the 8th seed or the 7th seed, and then they're going to take down who's ever the 2nd seed or the 1st seed. They're going to get to the second round, possibly play the Nuggets, possibly play the Clippers. Like, there's no reason to panic on the Lakers right now. They'll just stutter, like they'll slip up for the rest of the season, but they'll be fine. Early exit, Milwaukee Bucks, Doc Rivers. That's the only reason why. Cleveland Cavaliers, they have bust written all over them, but they just got to look out for teams like Miami, the Knicks. They got to look out for teams like that in the first round. Oklahoma City Thunder, young, inexperienced. That's why. Same with the Timberwolves. Ant is a dog. Like, he is the face of the NBA in the foreseeable future. Even more than Wemby, even more than Chet. But listen, who else do they got? Seriously. Like, Rudy Gobert? Are you kidding me? No. No. So if these Timberwolves run into like the Clippers or the Suns or the Lakers or the Warriors in the first round, the Mavericks, dunzo. The Warriors, I think they'll push for a playoff spot just like the Lakers, but then they'll probably be out, within the first round. Same with the Mavericks. Solid playoffs. I think that the Miami Heat, they're right where we expect them to be. Just underachieve a little bit in the regular season, and then come playoff time, we turn it on. I seriously think that if they're the 8th seed and they run into the Celtics in the first round, it's like, it doesn't even matter. They'll probably get it done, but then choke in the second round to the Knicks or something. But I seriously think that this team could get far in the playoffs. Not necessarily the NBA Finals. I think they could get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then New York Knicks, man, they've been a fun team to watch. All those Villanova boys, I think with Brunson coming back, they could. I mean, if they get through, let's say the 76ers in the first round, and then they got to go play the Bucks in the second round, they get through the Bucks. And then if, like, let's say the Miami Heat upset the Celtics, like a Heat versus Knicks Eastern Conference Finals, it's like absolutely that has all the makings of them getting to the second round. Knicks back in the NBA Finals, something like that. And then I put the Phoenix Suns. Like the Phoenix Suns, they have age. Yes, I think Kevin Durant's on the decline of his career, and I don't think he's going to win another ring. But to get to another NBA Finals, absolutely, I think the Suns could. Booker's a great player, and again, if they just play their cards right, run into the right teams, avoid the Nuggets in the early rounds of the NBA playoffs, I could see them getting to the Western Conference Finals. My NBA contenders, no shockers here. I got the Nuggets, the Celtics, and the Clippers. Back-to-back champs. It's easy to write it down like that. They got the best big man in the league. Their defense is solid, and nobody can stop Jokic. Like, he's going to win another MVP. If they can stay healthy, you know, knock on wood, you know, Western Conference Finals minimum. For the Celtics, same thing. If they can stay healthy and avoid an upset team like the Heat or like the Bucks in the early rounds, they'll get there. I think they can win the NBA Finals. It's just on if. Can Tatum show up in that big game? If he can, they'll win. If he can't, same result for the past, I want to say since 2020. So there's that. And then for the Clippers, the Clippers are the most dangerous team, but also the weakest team, just like the Lakers. And here's why. The only thing stopping the Clippers is the Clippers. Not trying to sound like a total hater, but what's stopping them, is injury. Like, if Kawhi Leonard's out, they're done. If they can stay healthy, absolutely. I think they could take the Nuggets to 7, win Game 7, go to the NBA Finals. In reality, will Harden, will PG, will Westbrook, will Kawhi, will they all be healthy come April after winning, 4 games in the first round, 4 games in the second round, 4 games in the third round? Can they get 8 wins in the playoffs together? Can they be healthy that long? That's yet to be determined. So, all right. So those are my opinions on that. I know it might be a little bit controversial, but anyways, thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for more, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.